This is a disclaimer. Hello and welcome to this video. Before we dive into today's content, I want to make a very important disclaimer. This video is intended for educational purpose only. The techniques and methods demonstrated in this video are designed to teach you how to protect your own systems and networks from cyber threats. I do not condone or encourage any illegal or malicious activities. Unauthorized hacking is illegal and punishable by law. Always obtain explicit permission from the owner before attempting to test or hack any system or network. By watching this video, you agree to use the information responsibly and ethically. Remember, with great power comes great responsibility. Thank you for understanding, and let's get started. How, as an attackers, we can crack all kinds of passwords. The first one is using a non-electronic attack. Non-electronic attack is an attack that we do not use computers. For example, the first one is shoulder surfing. Shoulder surfing is when you stand behind a person who is using a computer and you spy the person's password that he's typing. And after spying it, you memorize that password into your head and you later use it to access the person's account or his computer. That is what we call a shoulder surfing. You don't need any computer to do that password cracking. The next one is what we call social engineering. Now, social engineering, you trick the person who is having the data so that the person give you her own password. And the next one is you can use a website, you can use an email, you can use a text message. All these are means that you can use to social engineer a person and get his password. This means sometimes you use a computer, other times you will not use a computer when using Vision, which is a voice call. The next one under non-electronic attack is dumpster diving. Now, dumpster diving means that an attacker will go through trashes and try to sort them out to see if he can find a password or anything that can help him figure out the password of the person that he's trying to attack. Most users write down their password on a sheet of paper, and when they are able to memorize them, then they throw away the sheet of paper. Attackers know this, and sometimes they will go through the trashes to see if the user have thrown a sheet of paper containing a password or usernames or any other thing. So this is what we call dumpster diving, and it's a means that attackers can also use to crack password. Now, non-electronic attacks is one way of cracking a password. Let's move on to another means of cracking a password, which is offline attack. Offline attack means that you get access to a hash password. When you get access to them, you bring them to your own computer, a powerful one, and you try to fire plain text passwords against that hash passwords that you have found. If any of them match, then it means that the password that match the hash algorithm is the password that a person is using to protect his data, and you can use that password to access the person's information and fake anything that you want from the person. That is how attackers crack a password. That is the second way. The third way is an online attack. Online attack means that you attack the password whilst the system is on or whilst the system is still working. Example can be if you want to access a website and you get to a login page. That login page is still working. So you try guessing different passwords to see if any of them will give you access to the system. If you are able to get access to the system, that is how you crack the password, and that is what we call an online attack. We have different services that allow remote access onto a computer. Some of them is Telnet, SSH, VNC, and other ones. All those ones are working online, and if you are able to crack password of these services, it is called an online attack. Before you can use offline attack or an online attack, you need what we call a password list. Password list is a document that contains different kinds of passwords and usernames. and you can use them to try to hack a password. When you're using offline attack, you use a password list against the hash that you got from the computer. And if any of them match, then you know the correct password. And if you're using an online attack, you fire this password list against the web page or the service that you want to crack. And any of them that is able to give you access to the system, that is the one that is the correct password. And you have been able to crack the password. This is where we will end today's lesson. In the next lessons to come, we will dive in details how to crack passwords, and that will be practical. We are going to crack different kinds of passwords using different means, and that will help us to become competent in cracking any password that we'll be able to get as ethical hackers in our career. Thank you very much for watching this video. See you in the next video and stay blessed. Thank you.